Hello everyone, we will solve this today's LeetCode problem. So question is a LeetCode medium one. So it says spiral matrix 4. Let's see what the question is asking. So we have given a two integers m and n which represent the dimension of a matrix. We have also given the head of a linked list of integers. We need to generate m cross n matrix that contains the integers in the linked list presented in spiral order or clockwise starting from the top left of the matrix. If there are remaining empty spaces, fill them with -1, return the generated matrix. So basically, it's a simple question to understand that we have given a linked list with the head node, and we need to form a spiral matrix with it using using this the value of linked list, right? So that's what we need to do. We need to just form the linked list head. We need to just form a spiral matrix using the value of linked list. So basically, it is something like you have given an array of values and you need to form the spiral matrix using it, right? So basically, it's an easy problem. You just need to know that you just need to figure out that how you move in figure out that how you move in a spiral matrix, right, and assign the values, assign all the values and return it. So it's a basic spiral matrix problem. So any spiral matrix, if you observe we need to move in clockwise direction, right? So for clockwise direction, we will start from topmost, then we go to first part is top row, then we need to move in right direction, right column, then we need to move in end row, and then we will move in left column, right? So this is the spiral in clockwise direction, right? So we need to move in that. So whenever you fill the first part, suppose if you see the first image, whenever you fill 30268, you will never come on this top row, right? It means you need to move down a bit, right? So whenever you fill the last column, you never will come on this last column. So you need to shift to you need to move you need to check for next iteration for the n minus 2 part, right? So that's how this goes, right? So what we need to do, we need to check for row start, row end, column start, and column end, right? That's what we need to do, right? So whenever we will move to row start, so we will need to move in clockwise direction, and whenever we iterate in particular row or column, we will never be iterate that row or column again. So we need to shift downward, upward, right, or left, depends on that we which column or row is chosen for right now, right? So basically we are started from row start. So whenever we fill all the columns in first row start, so next iteration we will check for its row start plus one value, right? Same for row end. Whenever row end will filled, then we will check for its negative value, because the row end will shift upward, row start will shift downward, right? Same for column start. If column start is filled, then we will check for its next iteration, so it's rightward, and column end would be its next in backward, right, in leftward direction, right? So this is we follow in one iteration, right? So this question is just based on implementation, at how you implement it, based on implementation, and many linguist problems are based on implementations on, right? So how you just implement it, just basic, this is basic spiral form matrix. So if you have solved spiral matrix problems, so you will figure out this is will be very easy, right? So basically, and also there is given one thing, that if there are remaining empty spaces, we will need to fill them with -1, right? So if we are not able to fill all the cells of a matrix, we will fill them with -1. That's for sure, right? So we will remember this whenever we initialize a 2D matrix, right? Now what we do, we will start from row, right? Then we will fill this. We fill this whole row, right? Then we will move to column, then we will fill this whole column, and after this we will increment its value, because we don't need this right now, so we will move downward. When we fill this, we need to shift to left part. Same for row end. This is the order: row start, then column end, then row end, right? This is the order we will write here. This is the order of moving in spiral matrix, right? This is the order of it. This will be the order of iteration. This will be the order of iteration, right? Same for row end. We fill this whole row and we will move upward, right? We will move upward. Same for row start. Okay. The same thing I'm repeating because you need to understand that how will you iterate in whole spiral matrix, right? Whole column, and you will move. This will be column start, right? This will be column start, and you will move in. You will increase its value to right part, right? So this is how we will simply iterate. So it's just basis on implementation. Let's see how will we implement it, and you will better understand. So the row and column is will be m cross n, which is given here, right? So we will just make an m cross n 2D matrix, and we will initialize with its -1. Why I'm initializing with its -1? Because if I'm not able to assign any value, it will automatically have -1 values in their cells, which the question is also asking, right? That's why I'm initializing with -1. Now what I will do, just same thing. I will take four variables. So variables are int row start, which is 0 initially, then column end, which will be m minus, or take row end, right, which will be m-1, column start, which will be 0, and the column end, which will be n-1. Now we will iterate in. So when this while loop will while loop will break. So whenever this row, so you see that row start and row end both is increasing or decreasing, right? So row end is moving upward, row start is moving downward, right? So but row start will never will be greater than the row end, right? So whenever row start is greater than row end, the while loop will should break, must be break, because row start cannot be greater than row end, right? Also same will be true for column start, because we are moving column start in right direction and column end is moving in left direction. So column start will never be greater than column end. This is also true. Also one thing, this head value, this head node, right? This is for spiral matrix to move. Still here spiral matrix is true, but we need to also see for head value, because head should also not be null. So we will check for head also, that head value head should also be not null, right? So these three are the breaking condition of this value, right? Now how we will move, we will move in top row. So top row. Now, for top row, which word would be fixed? Row will be fixed, column would be changed. So let's fix it, right? So we will move in column. So column would be start from column start, not 0, because column start would be always change. It will never be always 0, right? So and this will be column end. So we are moving in top row. In top row will be fixed, which will be row start, and j is changing, and we will assign head ka value, and we will increment its value whenever we assign it, right? Now after completing whole row, I will increment the value of row. We will change the row to the next iteration. Now we have covered the top. Now we need to cover the column and move for moving in clockwise direction. So this is left column, right? So left column will be same, but row will be changing, right? So for that we will start from row start until where we go, we will go till row end. Now this I will be changed, row is changing, but column end will be the same, right? Because we are moving in last column, and that would be head of the value, head next. Okay, one thing I missed here. What is that? When I'm changing the head to next, it is possible that head is null, right? So if head is null and we are not checking that here, so this will give error, right? So we will also check for head here, right? Same goes for here, because we are always increasing our head value to head next. So it's possible that head will be reached to null value and we are not checking it, so we will get error, right? Now we will move to last row, the top row left column, and if you see the clockwise direction, it will be the last row, right? It will be the last row, right? Or call as bottom row, right? Now in bottom row end will be fixed, but column is changing. Also, how this is traversing, in the bottom row we are traversing from right to left, right? We are traversing right to left, traverse right to left, because we are iterating in clockwise, right to left. And column is changing, so column end would be there, j would be column start, and j will be minus minus. Also we need to check head in every c, right? Now we will just need to assign the row end j, and this will be head ka value, head next. This is the same thing, but just a small changing, right? Just to assign the values. Now we will move in right column, right column, and this will be start from downward, bottom to top, bottom to top. Same thing, column start will fix, row will be changing, so this will be row start and head. It's simple, right? It's simple. If you observe, it's simple, right? And this will be column start. Also, one thing I missed here, when I have completed row start, I am increasing it. When I have completed column end, I need to decrease it also, because next time we don't want this column end to iterate again, right? When I am completing the last the bottom row, I need to change the row end to minus, because we need to move upward, and we need to move, in this case column end is left part, right? The same goes for column start, the head value, head next, and this will be changed to row column start plus plus, right? Okay, this is column end, and let's just run this, right? mm, okay, this should be equals to, let's run this again, and let's submit it. Yeah, we have passed all the test cases, right? So one thing is to clear one, right? There you can also check that if row start should not equals to row end, if you want to just be sure, right? But that it will not be give error. I don't know why it is not giving some errors, but it can be possible that it will give error, right? So it's better to check beforehand, that if we are make sure that this row start will not row end. Same goes for this right column, that this uh, column start should not be less than column end, and we are good to go. We are good to go, right? So yeah, this is how we solve this question. Let's run this again. Yeah, it is okay. So the time complexity and the space complexity for this problem would be, so if you see the row, we are moving in whole m cross n, and also head values, right? So basically it will be m cross n for maximum, right? So that would be O of m into n. And the space complexity, if you consider the answer vector as an extra array, so that would be m cross n, otherwise it is O of 1. Generally we don't consider the answer vector as an array, so that would be O of 1. So thank you so much.